welcome to Nesting Story. Today I wanted to bring you on a little journey as I make some big changes in my kitchen. At least to me it feels like big changes, but much needed changes. So we just finished our first week back to school and I'm so happy to report it went really well, like really well. If you follow me on Instagram, which you can at Nesting Story, I talked a lot through the summer and at the end of last year how we really crashed and burned. There was just a lot going on, but we worked so hard all summer to set our kids up with a really good start, and it was an awesome first week, so I'm pumped. But throughout the summer and this past week, it's become glaringly obvious that we have a pretty big issue that makes no sense in our kitchen. It's funny how you move into a house and something seems to make sense at the time when you're unpacking your items, but then years later, I think we've been in this house now almost 8 years, I'm realizing this is totally backwards and it's causing some major issues for us. So we keep our kids' snacks currently up high. I don't know why I did that. I think when they were really little, I didn't want them, and when they were toddlers, to be opening the cupboards and getting at the snacks and pulling everything out. So I thought it made sense to put them up high. But they're older now, they independently all get their snacks, including our twins, and we had some trouble even with kids climbing on counters, and we put a stop to that after there was a little spill. Everyone was fine, but it was like an eye-opener for me that this just didn't make sense. So having our kids' snacks up here makes no sense. I'll show you what we have. Plus, I have a bunch of dishes up here, which it's not the best spot for them. I do have a dream one day to tear out these cupboards and put in open shelving. If you followed me a long time, you know that's my dream, but it is not time yet, and I don't know if we'll do that eventually. So I think what I was trying to do at the time was make it very pretty up here, but it's not making sense to have these dishes here. I am, however, liking that I've created a space to put the kids' empty lunch boxes. Last year, for some reason, I was just bouncing them around from place to place. As of right now, we've got some dog treats here. Doesn't make sense. We have more vases. We have plastic straws that we bought like 2 years ago, but stopped using them because they're not eco-friendly and they're just sitting there. So I gotta figure out how to there's no way to dispose of them well. We don't buy them at all anymore. I gotta figure out what to do with those. And then again, more dishes that shouldn't be stored in this area. You see, our kitchen doesn't have a pantry, so we kind of use these cupboard spaces as our pantry. I recently cleaned this one out and that's gone really well, but I would like to add some steps to put our canned items on. So this has gone quite well. It looks a little messy, but trust me, it's kind of like organized chaos right now, and we've been using it as stockpiling pantry. This one too, you saw me clean this one out recently, and again, it has not got overloaded, but I could be much more efficient with where I'm storing everything. But down here is the kicker. You've probably seen me clean this out before, and it is not working. It's chaos, it's a mess. I've got everything here from like kids' plastic dishes to olive oils and sprays and baking supplies and spices and vinegar. But I can't see it. It's not inspiring. I actually find myself putting off baking and cooking because I don't want to get in here and dig through this. It's just, and for Mike, who's 6'8", it's impossible for him to get in. He does a lot of baking. In fact, there's been a few of you that have commented that, I'm doing the Konmari Method, which means I shouldn't be redoing areas, yet I keep redoing these areas, and you're totally right, I shouldn't be having to redo this over and over again. So I'm going to switch these. It probably by this point in this video you've said, yeah, like it doesn't make sense, but okay, we're gonna take the kids' snacks and we're gonna move them into the island. We're gonna take the baking stuff and move it up high and make it functional and beautiful and inspiring. I've gone through my KonMari book, which other than kind of bringing everything out and saying like don't store spices on your counter or right beside where you cook, like they should be in the cupboards, there's not a ton on the organization. So I am also referencing the home edit. This is part 1 of a 2-part series. Part 2 will be out on Wednesday. So today my goal is to take everything out from each of these. So I'm gonna take all of this out and put it on the island. I'm gonna take all the island stuff out and put it over here. And then I'm gonna try to move these dishes to an area that makes more sense in our kitchen. And then I'm going to group everything that I have, measure it, and then get a really good list of what I'm going to be purchasing at a Container Store. I think I'm going to go to Solutions for that, and then see how I'm going to store things. So this is a really good example of what I want it to look like, some ways I can storage items. Again, these are all from the Home Edit book. Here's another one too. Okay, let's get going. Okay, snacks are out of there. I think the next thing I'm gonna do is remove these dishes. I may temporarily move these dishes to my dining room table until I can figure out where they go. I did it, and I didn't even have to put anything on my dining room table. There was room for everything. I do think that there's a purge for sentimental items that I've kept. I can do a second purge, but that will be a video down the road. So everything right now has a spot, and then I'm gonna see how much I use of everything in the next year. But let me show you what I did. So I've completely cleared these for the baking items and cooking items and spices. I've kept my cupboard for the kids' lunch boxes when they're not in school. We've got vases, teapot and sugar, some dishes up there. So here I didn't actually have to touch anything. This is where we keep our glasses. But here I've been able to really move things around and fit everything in there very nicely. Okay, so now I'm going to take everything from these cupboards and place it on this counter. And I had an idea that I could actually be reusing these bins for the snacks. I was about to go buy some and I thought, wait a second, I have all of these already. I have another snack container too. So I'm gonna try to reuse what I have. I'm sure that will make Mike happy too. And then that way I know I'm mostly getting items for this cupboard to store all my cooking items properly. All right, I've taken everything out. So these are all my baking supplies. There's a lot, I bet there's so many duplicates in here, and I know I've just put in a grocery order for some things that I didn't realize I had. So it's gonna be much more visual. I'm gonna be able to see everything at once from now on. Here are all the snacks. So now I'm gonna give these cupboards a good clean, empty these bins, fill them with the snacks. I need this surface to be clear so that as I'm discarding things, I have somewhere to split things up and organize before I put everything up. And then what I'm going to do is take all of my cooking and baking supplies and put them in here in the general areas that I will be getting the containers and items to store them in and on, so that I know what I need. Are you watching Mama? Yeah. The snack cupboard is done. It looks so good, and all of this I already had. So I've stored the kids' plastic containers down here. This is where what they use for their snacks. We've got chips, goldfish crackers, popcorn, things like that. Some refills back there. We've got all of our crackers and little cookies there. My kids love applesauce, so we've got our applesauce here. All our Made Good granola. The twins love these. Go-Go Squeeze is a huge hit. with Bo and Everly, so we have those there. These I already had. I bought them from, I think, just a dollar store. And then this, if you remember a little while ago, I bought this when I redid our fridge. Well, back then they wanted their applesauce cold. Now they don't mind if it's room temperature. So I've used that here. So I'm gonna get some nice labels for these when I'm at the Container Store. And then now it is time to tackle all of this. I'm getting a little concerned that it won't fit up here. I may have to shove stuff until I can properly organize it. I've still got one more container here, and I'm gonna see, I'll probably just have to store my spices there in the meantime. I'm thinking there's a lot of duplicates. Also, Mike is strict keto. He's been doing strict keto for over a year. So he's got a lot of his own supplies. I'm gonna put his stuff up top, at least for now, and then that could be his little area because he's so tall he can reach that. And I just brought that up with him. He liked that idea. Okay, I'm taking Oliver's dog treats and putting them in his container. I haven't been diligent about adding them, so I'm gonna add those to this. All right, now I'm gonna try to rapid fire go through all of this. I'm gonna get rid of anything expired, leaking, that we don't use, and combine the duplicates. So we've got my recycling area here. I'm disposing of anything that is biodegradable in our box. And then last but not least, garbage here. Hopefully there's not too much garbage to accumulate. Okay, right away I've grabbed things. These two are expired. This one expired in 2016. That's disgusting. And these are all sesame seeds that expire in fall of 2020. So I'm gonna combine those and then probably get a better container when I go shopping this week for them. I think we found the winner as Mike fills our shakers. Yeah, right. What did I just find?
That expired last millennium.
This parsley expired, ready? Dun dun dun. 2012. We haven't used it in a long time. How gross is that?
Wait, 2012 or something?
2012, yeah.
Got pepper in my nose.
You were 1 year old. 1 year and 1 month. Is that disgusting?
Okay, where's the
almost as old as you.
Okay, so far I've got my spices ready here. I've got kids using the the snack cupboard. Do you like it? Yeah, she likes it. So there's there's the triplicate of sesame seeds I need to combine. I had a whole bunch of duplicates of brown rice. Now I've got one. Cranberries, brown sugar, all different types of flour. These are all flour, so I gotta figure that out. These are all oats. These are quick cooking oats and then large flake oats. So I've got my spices. Again, this is temporary, I'm not keeping it like that. I just realized that the oil's too tall for this cupboard. It has to be up here, so I'm gonna move something from here down, put all the oils and vinegars and stuff right there next. Okay, it's sorted. I'm excited to get containers though to store all of these. So I think with my spices, I want to get the stepped display, possibly display them across here. Here I'll get a turntable for these guys. This is my baking stuff. I've got my nuts and seeds here, my oatmeals, my peppers and salt. Here's some flour and sugar and salt, some of Mike's stuff for his keto. So it's really not a lot once I got rid of duplicates and anything that's expired. A couple things I need to replace because I realized they were all expired were my chia seeds and my ground flax seeds, things like that. Okay, so that's part one, and I'm gonna shop this week. I'm gonna go get the containers and different things to display this, some labels, and a couple of other little things that I need for the kitchen. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know, have you ever realized that where you had things in your kitchen made no sense at all, and maybe it was something that you had just been doing out of habit? Let me know, or has this made you think, is there an area that you could be switching? Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, I'd love for you to subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.